Okay, everyone. So I was recording this video originally, or so I thought. I was recording for about 15 minutes, and apparently wasn't recording. I had to remove the cars, and I had to remove a failed bus. Well, it wasn't even a failed bus stack. It was a fail for my FPS. Is what it really was. I was wondering why. I should have known that my FPS wasn't very good. Apparently I can't move this, which is going to make my life a whole lot tougher. As actually, I do not believe that I can do what I need to do because of this stupid recorder. So I don't know how to move this here. There's this record thing right here. I don't know if you can see it. I can't move it, which kind of sucks. So I'm basically going to go over how you get to what you need to get to get to what you need to get a metal ramp spawned in. First, I'm going to go over the basics on how to use this. Now, when you first get in, you want to get into BMG, right? Can't believe I'm having to record this whole thing again, by the way. But when you first get into BMG, you're going to, or if you're trying to edit a track, right? You're going to want to spawn in whatever vehicle of your choice, right? Now, if you spawn something from the vehicle selection outside of the world editor, it's not going to save if you save your track. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that cars can only go one way and still save correctly. I want you guys to know that. Cars, that's why this had cars going this way and this had a bus stack going this way. It's because they only can spawn going one direction. Now, what you want to do first is it'll put you right. It'll have you in this section or this part right here, right now. To go ahead and get out of this, you want to click off and go somewhere. There. So now I don't have anything selected. What you want to do is you want to go over here and to where it says toggle camera mode and go to free camera, right? So now you can move around and all that stuff. Now you want to find a somewhat reasonable spot where you want to put your track item, in which case mine is a metal ramp. So now you're gonna you can click on this, whatever, right? If you can't click on it, because it's far away. Hold on, I have to click up on this guy there. Okay, I guess you can click on it from pretty far away. But what you want to do is you want to go over here to, okay, see how this says select arrow? You can't move anything from this screen from my knowledge. So click on this and then go over here to, instead of select arrow, press move selection. Now you can move the selection, whichever way you please, however far you please. Pretty simple, right? I think that should be pretty common. This is basically the same thing. It's just green, you can tilt up or down. Blue, you can tilt side to side. Now I don't want to move it because it's pretty perfect. And then this can be used to turn it to its side. So yeah, that's the basics of this. You want to make it longer, same principles. This makes it taller, this makes it longer, and this makes it wider, right? So I'm actually going to just shorten this a bit. That should be fine, I think. Make it a little longer. right? So you've gone over the principles on how to use this section right here. Now, but how do you spawn in something right here, like this, right? Now, some maps should come with it already spawned somewhere else, and if you do it off a blank map, you will have... What? Well, not right now. Sorry for the interruption. But, what you want to do is to get something like this, like I was saying though, some maps, like blank map, have it already spawned in for you to use. Now let's say you want to copy this. It's as simple as Control-C, Control-V, just paste it, place it wherever you want. Basically kind of just like a photo editor. Now, to get to where you want, I really wish I could move this, but I can't. Is it possible for me to... Oh, I can move this. Wonderful. Okay, so I can show you how to do this now. So, yeah, I didn't think that actually worked. So, you want to go to Meshes, okay, so up here where, click off of this. And don't delete or do anything to your terrain, because that is just a good way to screw up your map, right? So, I go over here to Library, like you see Scene, and then Library, right? Alright, so you go to Art, and then you want to go to Decal, no, it's not decals, it's shapes. And you're going to go to Buildings, and you want to scroll over until you find whatever you're looking for. In my case, what I am looking for is one of these two ramps. I believe it's the second one that I chose for this. You basically just double click it and it spawns. So yeah, that's how you do that. Now I don't need this selection menu anymore, so I can go back behind there. Now I don't know if this only records for 10 minutes, but I'm dead serious. I'm pretty sure I was recording before, right? And I never ended it, so I don't know why it ended before. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and move this. I can't do it. I'm gonna move this down a bit. If this gets to 10 minutes and it doesn't save my progress, I'll just start a new one. It's pretty simple. But so now we've gone over this and this. So now we want to go to this, right? How do you turn this into one of these? Simple, right? What you want to do is, first of all, set height is what I usually do to, get my tracks to look smooth. Oh, by the way, one thing I do want to mention, this whole thing works well with vehicles. Maybe not lifting them up, because lifting them up just seems to break them sometimes, but you can still lift them up a bit. Just don't go super excessive. You can still put them on top of obstacles and stuff, like vehicles and stuff, just be careful. But set height, I usually do 79 because it lines up pretty well with most maps. Basically what set height does, let's say I wanted to turn this into flat, boom, right, just flat. I'll not do that because I don't want that flat. So, what you want to do from here is obviously you can't do this to fix this, right? What you want to do is you want to go over here to Align with Mesh. Now don't do this one, or don't do this one. Now I don't actually know what this one does, but just do this one, right? And you want to, what I would suggest doing is just do max size. And you just want to click, right? And when you click, it's going to fill up underneath here. As you can see, it's kind of filling up. Now, I always kind of do circles. As you can see, it filled up a little bit more. I don't know what causes that, but it did it the way I intended. So I can go back over here, make sure you have whichever one of these you want selected, and you can move this out of the way. Now, this has a stripe down the middle because of the racing course. This is not going to be saved at all, by the way, but I will show you how to save that, if you so please. Basically, it's not down the middle. That triggers me. But from here you might be like, well, it's still not very smooth. It still kind of looks like these. Well, here's a fun fact, right? I'm also going to use set height. As you can see, those are gone now. Now here's kind of how you do this, right? Now, the reason you want to do this with a bigger, brush, as they call it, is so you can click over the whole thing, right? The bigger the ramp, the harder this is to use. Now, I would suggest going to really smooth and click on this right over here on the left, and you literally just click, bam. I usually do this a couple of times, maybe three or four, right? And as you can see, a very smooth hill. Now, usually where this goes wrong for me is trying to get this to be hittable from the back side. Usually just click a few times until you feel comfortable with how the ramp is. In my case, I want to smoothen it out a little bit more like that, and as you can see, it is now the way it needs to be. So now and now I'm going to show you how to get back to your monster truck. You want to go over here to where you toggle this free cam and go back to game camera, and then just press the play game up here. Darn you, Windows Recorder, ending my clip. Now I know what happened last time. But as you can see, we now have this is not our ramp that we just made. This is our ramp that we just made. As you can see, it's hittable from this side. No work to be done. Now this is a muddy map, keep that in mind. We get the stoppy going and crashed it. I'll probably get the save maybe. And boom. Now, I can't use my rear steering and accelerate this way. That's why I quit doing the BMTR events. Or BMTL events, or whatever it's called at this point. And as you can see, it's hittable from both sides. Now, if there wasn't racing on this course, that might be an obstacle I'm willing to keep. But there is racing, and it's off center, and blah blah blah. Now, the Windows recorder is going to end my recording here, which is going to make me angry. But I'll just restart it, and editing this together will be relatively easy. It'll just take time. So you want to do Control F11 again. As you can see, I'm back on the track editor screen now, after Windows Recorder again rudely interrupted my video. You want to go back up here, free camera. As you can see, we're back where we left off. If you're not back where you left off, then you can just go back over to where you were. So from here, what I would suggest doing is making sure that you fix imperfections with your ramp, although this is probably one of the best ramps I've ever made, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. If you want to paint your track, I might get into that in another video, but basically the way I painted this was just with beach sand. I did a square and made it super small, and that's how you paint your track. At least the lines. At least that's how I did it. Maybe not how you want to do it, but you go to your paint or terrain painter up here. Now, I've never used any of these tools right here, other than the, if you want to do a river, basically what you want to do is you just click here, and boom. Right, you click one place, you click right there. And then if you go over here now, I believe you can, it's not done very well. I forget exactly how you're supposed to do this. I can move my river. Oh, that doesn't look very family friendly. Now, ooh, that doesn't look right. Give it a second though, it'll come back. Or actually, no, wait a minute. Undo, delete. Yo, fam. Oh, right, it's got to put back the whole terrain. My bad. So, I just want to delete the ramp. There we go. So, it deleted my ramp. Wonderful. That's not what I wanted it to do, but okay. that's basically how you do this. Now, I'll show you how to spawn a car real quick if you want to save it, right? You basically want to do the same thing, but this time you go to level, and then you want to go to beam and G, come down here to vehicle, and then you can basically just do whatever. Do whatever you want now. Just because I'll spawn up a CRD Monster truck. And boom, we have a bodiless monster truck. And we can edit this to our liking if we so please. But I'm going to delete this. Simple as coming here and delete. So, again, I've showed off basically everything there is to show off. If you need a tutorial on how to keep cars in place, I can also do that. That basically just requires moving or forcefully moving a car onto a barrier. But if you want a video on how to do that, I can show you how to do that as well. But it is 12:14 in the morning right now, and I have the need to go to sleep because I am a normal human. Basically meaning I will be up until probably about 2 in the morning. So yeah, if you want another tutorial, maybe explaining stuff better, that's fine. I'll also have to do it at a better time of day, because right now, it's not a perfect time of day. Just keep in mind that I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. So, I'm still trying to learn some of this. Doing sideways ramps are pretty hard. That is one thing I will admit, is the people that do sideways ramps, now I'll admit, I did both of these really well, in my opinion. People that do sideways ramps are like the GOAT. So yeah, now you can see all of this stuff, right? Yeah, it's all stuff I've used. But so yeah, that's that. Those are the basics. I think that if that's not enough, I don't know how to help you. No, I'm just joking. If you need help, I'll help out. To me, it's not really that hard. Once you learn how to do it, it's pretty easy from there on out. So yeah, one more thing, right? If you want to save, you come up here to File. You can do Save Level or Save Level As. I'm not going to do that because that just seems like a terrible idea, right? So, and then if you saved it, you could back out to the menu, and then if you came back in at some random point, your stuff would still be there. So, it's not going to be there if I load back in. So yeah, hopefully this tutorial helped you. Like I said, if not, just contact me, probably through YouTube comments or Discord. Tell me if you need more help. I will help you gladly. I'm free basically anytime because, online school and all that. I sacrificed using the bathroom to make this video. If you didn't hear my mom come in earlier, yeah. I have to pee super bad. I had to sacrifice that to make this video. So I hope you appreciate what I did, because I'm not going to be in there for God knows how long. See you guys later. Peace.